Hello everyone, Dennis here, checking in from Missoula, Montana, where we got hit with a tremendous thunderstorm, a severe thunderstorm that swept into west central Montana. It's caused millions of dollars in damage. In fact, a lot of the old timers that I've talked with today, as I've been out and about, are telling me it may be one of the worst windstorms ever in the history of the Garden City. I'm over here at the University of Montana campus, and in behind me, I want to show you some of this damage. This is a huge tree that went down right here on the west, be the south side of campus, but all across the campus, you can see just huge trees that have been uprooted by these winds that the National Weather Service said gusted up to about 81 miles an hour at one point at the Missoula, Montana airport. And up on the hill here above Mount Sentinel, 109 gust, 109 mile per hour gust. It gives you an idea how bad it was. The debris is everywhere, and no matter where I've gone today, I've seen just incredible stories. People that have lost portions of their homes have been damaged because trees have gone down. Some people had a lot of close calls. We saw a number of those things. I've seen a few vehicles that have been hit by the fallen trees that went down. And of course, one of the big things about this, we talked about all the damage this morning, but we dodged a real bullet last night because of all of the heavy fire smoke and the spot fires that came through. At one point, there was about 400 lightning strikes. That's an unofficial number in west central Montana that went through that area. I want to walk over here to the Aldo Leopold Forestry Center. I was talking to one of the faculty staff here that was doing some research on the Miller Peak fire, and he told me he was inside the building when the storm hit and didn't know at first what was going on, and then all of a sudden there was this crash. He heard the tree going down, and he decided he better stay inside the building, which was probably a good idea. The building here, I'm going to walk over and take a look at this. You can hear sirens still in the background, lots of emergency responses going to all kinds of things still. And of course, the fire department and the police still trying to do their normal course of business in the middle of all this. So here you can see, here's the building behind me. And right here you can see this massive tree root that just uprooted here. And this big tree, it looks like some kind of a maple, actually went right down into the top of this. As I said, emergency services still has to respond to all the normal calls for service in this, in addition to helping out folks. But if you take a look at this huge tree, it just came down, just the top part of it, the top component, stopped just short of the building and grazed the building. Otherwise, this very sturdy building probably would have also had some extensive damage here at the Forestry Sciences Laboratory. All across campus, they're trying to pick up debris, leaves, branches, bits of trees, entire trees. It's really kind of a mess over here as they're working through. There goes one of my news colleagues right now getting some pictures. One of the problems here has been the power has been out, and of course, so they're trying to encourage folks to work at home and work remote. I don't know how long it'll take to get the power back on this one. Judging from what we saw in 2016, when it took 4 to 5 days in some neighborhoods, hopefully it's not that much. Northwestern Energy said that overall there was like 20,000 people that lost power last night, and they had to deal with that. I want to show you one more example of the damage. So now I'm across the street. You see this beautiful little home. It's been remodeled here, and had not only one big tree come down on top of it and break over the top, but then here in the front yard, you can see how close they came to having another maple come down. And of course, the city has told us that's one of the problems with these older maple trees, is that many of them are quite old and not that sturdy. But you can see right here how, hard to tell on the GoPro camera, but you can see how this tree came in and actually poked a hole in the roof of this building. And again, fortunately, we didn't hear of any injuries on this or any of the other trees that have gone through. But you can see right here behind me, the force of this wind being able to take out a limb or a tree of this size is pretty remarkable. So we'll see what happens. One of the concerns, of course, is that we do have more winds in the forecast here before this fully changes over from this high pressure system we've had. Could get gusty winds again this afternoon, and we'll be watching for the potential for fire weather with that. Stay tuned. I'll give you more updates right here as we cover this big windstorm in Missoula, Montana. Dennis Bragg for Montana News Now.